Meantime, at the state level, a Supreme Court ruling could open up Indiana politicians to write potentially more restrictive laws here in Indiana. Observers say today's primary elections could also have an impact on how quickly that happens. Fox 59's Russ McQuaid joins us live from the State House there this evening. Russ, what are you seeing and hearing there today?
Well, good afternoon, Dan. We've been here at the State House where we have already seen some demonstrators walking around this location as they protest the contents of that leaked SCOTUS draft ruling that could overturn nearly 50 years of abortion rights in America. Abortion in Indiana is legal up to the 22nd week of pregnancy. That's a more liberal standard than some states are in the process of enacting should Roe v. Wade be scrapped.
States with more restrictive abortion laws, you'll see a lot of traffic into states with more permissive abortion laws.
It would give the state a lot of liberty to decide which way we want to address this policy. It's quite possible that we would follow precedents we've seen in Texas and Mississippi, but the state itself is not a monolith, and I think you'd have a lot of diversity of opinions and hopefully some thoughtful leadership in crafting this legislation.
Some State House Republicans want a special session called to further restrict Hoosier access to abortions. It is good news and suggests Indiana will be in a position to improve our record as a strong defender of life. It is premature to say exactly what legislation could look like, said Senate Pro Tem President Roderick Bragg. When asked about calling a special session, Governor Eric Holcomb said, quote, "I'll wait to review the official and final decision when they release on the matter in a few weeks and the months ahead." State House Democrats worry that today's Republican primary results could push the GOP even further to the right and force a quicker, and they fear ill-conceived rewrite of abortion laws.
We'll learn today if any more of the extremists win. There's about 6 or 7 primaries in the Indiana House among the Republicans where we could have more extremists. If they come in, that will change things.
Indiana Right to Life issued the following statement, quote, "Hoosiers will have the chance to come together to demonstrate our value for life and commitment that every person deserves to be born." Planned Parenthood, that represents Indiana, issued a statement that said this is not what the majority of voters in Indiana want. 88% of Hoosiers believe individuals should have the freedom to decide when to start a family. Live at the State House, Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.
All right, Russ, thank you. Meantime, today, more reaction from Indiana's congressional delegation. Many Republicans celebrating this opinion today.
That includes Senator Mike Braun. He called today, quote, "a landmark day for the sanctity of human life in our country," end quote. While Indiana Democrat Representative Andre Carson says, quote, "reproductive rights are fundamental for women, for families, and for freedom," end quote. We do have statements from many more Indiana lawmakers and leaders. You will find all of that now at fox59.com.